So, the question at hand is, who is Sohyang to you? I'd like us to discuss this, but first of all, I'm going to tell you who Sohyang is to me so far. I'd like us to continue this conversation in the comments. Tell me who Sohyang is to you so far. I say so far because I'm just meeting with Sohyang. Only recently did I start reaction videos where Sohyang became involved. You know, it started out with finding people like Morissette, Katrina, and then suggestions started coming up in my feed, as well as suggestions from others mentioning her, and that's how I found out about her. So I knew nothing about Sohyang like weeks ago until recently. But in my case, it's not very hard to establish who a person is. That's the entire essence of my being on the internet, is to understudy fellow humans. That's my particular interest when it comes to creation as a whole. Humans is of pertinence. I feel that in today's world, humans have been relegated in value. Due to other things seeming to amass value, inanimate things. And that's why Sohyang interested me. First of all, she interested me because I'm located in the Philippines, and here in the Philippines, all the trending posts on YouTube are usually from Korea. There's some form of correlation, but nations are merely locations according to me. I gained particular interest in Sohyang because upon seeing her in her music, I could see her person. Her person is very obvious. The state of her heart is laid bare on her face. You know, once you see her, you feel a presence. Singing aside, you know, singing is, of course, she's grand in the way she sings. You know, of course, she has taken on powerful songs and have hit the highest notes. But there's so much story and history in her rendition of these songs. You know, I hear an underlying outcry, wailing, and according to me, these are beautiful things because these things are translatable into things of good. You know, and I you know, growing older, I became tired of the painted world. I no longer wanted to see paint. You know, celebrities who are godlike. You know, I no longer wanted to see too much of it. You know, too much effects. You know, I'll be walking in a mall and I'll be seeing television. It's called Ultra HD television, and it looks like it's clearer than my eyes can make. I mean, every time I go out, I see creation, and when I see those televisions, it looks like it's clearer than what is reality. And you know, when you have seen many things become ordinary. So though I was fascinated by Sohyang's music, it wasn't because of her musical abilities. You know, it was more because of her ability to appeal to the soft spot of fellow humans. It was because of her likability, because of her identity. You know, I see Sohyang as someone that cares about the world, the state of the world, as someone that consciously puts her grind and hustle towards honing her musical expertise, but primarily for the sake of world adjustment, for the sake of appealing to the soft spot of fellow humans, for the sake of generations yet born. so that they knew that someone was here in the person of Sohyang that really cared, and that, was laden with some of the collective burdens. So that's of course, if you didn't know Sohyang she hails from Korea. She's known to have sung powerful songs or covered powerful songs. I've heard her sing Run to You, Whitney Houston, Bridge Over Troubled Water, Raise Me Up, Amazing Grace, Power of Love, Celine Dion, the Titanic song, and Ari Rang Alone, Only My Heart Knows. Those are some Korean songs. And she manages to relate beauty in newer ways by means of this music. She reminds you of the beauty of creation as seen as in humans. She reminds you of the beauty of a creator. You are retold of a creator. You're the myth of evolution. You're able to dispel it even more just seeing Sohyang. She gives you a musical experience all the time. She sings as if she's singing so that the universe paves way. She sings as if she's singing for your own breakthrough. That you can be re-enlivened. You can rise again from rubble. She's not very conscious of her appearance. She's not so glamorous, which is, of course, it's not bad to be glamorous. But what I'm saying is that she has managed to maintain her human, which is important. Many attain celebrity status and they lose out on their human. They enter outer space and become godlike, unreachable, cold. You no longer can see the state of their hearts, but you can with Sohyang. To sing those notes over time, her facial structure has adjusted, and these things are secondary. She's a woman. When here in today's world, women are about a pretty face and all that, but her structure there's a way she sings when she says those notes and the upper part of her mouth. I'm sure it has adjusted because of singing that way over time. Because to sing those high notes, you have to open your airways you have to explore these airways and how to open them to create the sound you want. I'm not a music guru, but these are the things I can tell. There's a lot I can tell about Sohyang just seeing her, and all these things I'm saying, I've not read anything about Sohyang. I don't usually read books, I no longer read books. So just based on the reaction videos I've seen, and based on me paying attention to the person of Sohyang along with the music she creates, I'm there to satisfy perhaps my impulse, my feelings, but primarily to look at another human, to invest my spirit and being towards another human is the least I can do, to put a prayer out there on behalf of another human. And that's what I look forward to when it comes to Sohyang. I'm sorry that I'm a bit disoriented because I'm walking and I'm usually shy with all this camera stuff and walking around, So, of course, we all know Sohyang can hit the highest of notes. She does it with so much control, so much veteranhood, so much precision. So, of that, I'm told of her grind and her hustle. She has become a student of music and what it constitutes. She respects what music constitutes, especially as a tool towards world adjustment, and she treats it so. Even down to the words, her enunciation of the words. She pampers these words, keep them whole. Even with her, when it comes to her high notes, she's usually with her full voice. She doesn't do falsetto much, so she's just real, and her sound has grit to it. Womanhood is in her sound. And the beautiful thing about these things is that my perception is that she consciously does this so that she can touch lives, manage to appeal to the soft spot of others. And I've seen some of her evolution, comparing her singing from the past to her singing more recently. I heard of her stories with health problems. You know, that is a factor, but it is a factor when you consciously use it as a factor. You know, some people have this ordeals and never use it on behalf of others. You know, this world teaches more of individualism, and you know, once you are healed, then you forget about the mountains of odds. You know, you forget it's mostly about you and your healing. But Sohyang has dedicated the story behind her healing to healing others. I'm sorry about this noise. I'll look for another more silent place. I'm walking, I don't know my destination, I'm just embedded in what I'm saying, you know. So that's, I'll try to keep this short so that we can further discussion. The aim of this is mostly to discuss. I want to hear your thoughts about Sohyang. Many of you who have been reacting to songs of Sohyang, please leave me a comment telling me so far what your thoughts are about her. Yes, leave me a comment below. I'll just I'm hoping that I get as many comments as possible and use this. I really want to end up writing a large publication, maybe like 10,000 words, about everyone that I'm reacting to, because these people manage to touch my life in ways that you do not know. I'm someone that hasn't slept for years. I don't have leisure. I don't have the ability to relax, you know. So these things are me in rubble trying to rise again, you know, doing all these reaction videos. And the very essence of this is not to do it just to do reaction videos. I want to inspire others. So I'm seeing the traction that this gets. So my aim is to connect humans and then begin to touch them with my breakthrough message. And that is some of the shift you would have seen in what I'm doing right now. When I listen, I listen with my spirit and being, and come about with a proclamation, you know, courtesy of insight I derived from having listened to these songs intently, and then I reveal these proclamations with hopes that it inspires someone to attain their breakthrough, to find the ever missing piece of their puzzle. So these are some of the things about Sohyang so far that I've established. Another thing I've seen is that she allows room for evolution. You know, she has gained all the accolades, but she still allows room for evolution. Another thing I've seen is that she allows rooms for flaws. She's not too about perfection, but flaws, you know, not just flaws for fun, but flaws with essence. You know, flaws can have essence when they're translated into, you know, put into good use towards evolution. So, but, you know, allowing room for flaws allows her to explore, allows her to find new aspects to her voice, even though she may come out as, you know, she may come out imperfect. You know, these are some of the beautiful things I've established and seen about the person of Sohyang, and of course her likability. Likability is a gift. It's not, you may have the prettiest face and not be likable. Likability is a gift, and that's something that Sohyang has, and that's something that I feel everybody is clinging to, more so than her music. But this is oblivious to people. You know, you may think that what catches you or makes you hold on to Sohyang is her music, but perhaps it's her likability, her human aspect that she has maintained So I'm going to stop here. Please let's discuss in the comments. I'm having to take a walk where I usually do videos. It's flooded. There's rain here and the ground is flooded, and so I'm having to take a walk instead to do this video. So the sound may not be very clear, but you get my gist. Please leave me comments. Let's discuss. I want as many as 100 comments, all celebrating Sohyang. I want to hear out your views on who Sohyang is to you, what she constitutes to you so far. If you have come across her, reacted to her, listened to her songs, and all that. Make sure to stay awesome. I'm your boy Terry.